Hi, everybody. I'm Chris McGovern, Gen-X Muse here, and I just want to share this with you. This is my new channel, and we will be doing occasional videos. I don't know yet what kind of videos they're going to be. We're going to try to do some good quality ones, I hope. You don't want to see bad quality ones. But anyway, I just thought I would follow up because I did the unboxing video for this box set, the Pisces Aquarius Capricorn Jones Limited Monkees 4CD Super Deluxe that came out. And basically, I just want to share with you. It has 4 CDs. I think we showed them in the unboxing. Let me just take one of them out here. Yeah, this is one of them. I'm just going to show you this one, but I mean, essentially, they all have the same thing on them. They all have the design that's supposed to look like the Cole Gems label on the vinyl. This is what they look like. Basically, they look really nice. I always thought this particular label looks sort of like the Columbia Twin Eye label. A little reminiscent of that, I think, for sure. Roughly around the same time, too, actually. Even though I think this lasted longer than that label did because they stopped making records with that label in 1970, I believe. In any event, though, yeah, there's that, and of course it comes with this really cool book that has Andrew Sandoval's essay that is very, very, very good, and it follows very much the timeline, of course, of the making of the album. It also features a 45 of special exclusive mixes of Love Is Only Sleeping and Going Down. Really fabulous. I haven't played the single yet. I need to hear it. And, you know, I didn't mention this. This actually is the tape box that the master comes in. All right. And this is the outside of the book, of course, and it's got that wonderful spine. And it has the track listings of all 4 discs on the back. By the way, I just realized, too, when they did the Super Deluxes, all of them were 3 discs. This and the Headquarters are the only ones that are 4 discs. And this is really good. I think it's a fabulous way to hear the album, and the tapes sound really good. The transfers are really good. The stereo sounds fabulous. Mono sounds really fabulous too. The outtakes are all good. There's all new stuff on here that's never been heard. Unfortunately, not everything was carried over from the 2-disc set. So you might have to hold on to that 2-disc set or find another one. But in any event, the albums sound pretty good. The outtakes are cool. Well, they're mostly just alternate mixes that are on, and remixes too, that are on disc 1, disc 2. And everything then on disc 2 is mono, so the outtakes on disc 2 are in mono also, or the alternate mixes are in mono. And disc 3 and disc 4 are basically almost all session stuff, and TV mixes are on disc 4. But the session stuff is fabulous, and the session stuff also reveals that Mickey was essentially trying to do or to continue what he did on Headquarters as a drummer, and he hung in there for Cuddly Toy, and that did get released on the album. He did several more things, including apparently a song he wrote called I Don't Know Yet, which sounds interesting, I guess, but it's a very wet behind the ears job on the drums there, and he's trying, you know. It's a little awkward, and I'm not sure that Mickey wanted to continue playing the drums. I'm wondering if maybe he botched it up on purpose so that they could replace him. I don't know. In any event, they eventually brought in Eddie Ho, who was, I believe, a friend of Chip Douglas. And it sounded a lot better, you know. Eddie Ho coming in to finish up the album, what a great decision that was. he's all over the record, and he's great. Oh my God, he's a powerhouse. You know, I mean, seriously. Star Collector never would have worked with Mickey playing the drums. It never would have worked. Oh my God. Neither would have. What am I doing? Hanging around. So they did a great thing by bringing in Eddie. And by the way, there's a lot of really good. I really wanted personally, but I mean, I'm guessing it's because a lot of the tapes are lost to you know, various circumstances. You know, so Andrew, I guess this is going to have to be a question for him. Not every tape was recovered, so I mean, one can only speculate what was on the stuff that went missing, because I wanted to hear so badly some more stuff from the Moog synthesizer, because you would think they brought that in, he must have tinkered with that for a while, you know, given that there's like so much where Mickey is just tinkering with the auto harp, you know, on Headquarters. An instrument that he was never good at, and he never wanted to actually play seriously. He just kind of starts screwing around with it when they're trying to get him to do vocals for a Mike Nesmith song during the Headquarters sessions, and he starts screwing around with it, and he starts singing the song Pillow Time. So that's, I mean, you know, like, that is what it is, and that's kind of left on that bunch of sessions, and that's kind of, you know, fascinating if nothing else. I feel like I've heard that enough times. Okay. I wanted to hear more of that kind of thing with Daily Nightly. Star Collector, though, plenty of Moog. Oh, God, there's all kinds of stuff from the Moog that's on there. But for whatever reason, we only have the mono and the stereo for Daily Nightly. That's the only mixes there are. Now, there is at least one alternate stereo mix where you hear just a touch more Moog synthesizer. And I think it was a remix for Daily Nightly. It says 2025 stereo remix. Yeah, and previously unissued recording. Maybe he was able to get the multi-track for that one. I don't know. But, you know, I love that that's a little bit more, not a lot, but, you know. I mean, it's fascinating. It really is. I mean, there's just so much you want to ask the guy, you know. I've been trying to get him on, so we'll see what happens. But in any event, those are my thoughts. I think it's a good collection. It's fascinating to hear when sessions are being done. There's some couple really nice Peter Tork things on here. He's doing, you know, some more acoustic demos. By the way, it turns out Can You Dig It is from this session. It's not from the Headquarters session, so it's on this collection. Guess that was just sort of a misappropriation, I guess. I don't know. And apparently he was also trying to demo A Man Without a Dream, which was a Goffin and King song that ultimately was recorded by Davy Jones on Instant Replay. But, yeah, he did that on here, too. Both an acoustic guitar and an acoustic piano. Two different versions. And... you know, several versions of Ryushiu. Apparently, there were a lot of tries for that, you know. So, and apparently, like, there was one unearthed take of Ryushiu that was, like, probably, like, it wasn't known that was even on anything, you know. Like, he said he found that on a tape where that was, like, buried by something else entirely. It's on several videos that Andrew put out where he talked about it. So it basically, yeah, this is great. I really love it. I think, you know, it's really kind of sad that we're not going to get any more of these. There's not going to be a Changes Deluxe. But anyway, we're going to do a proper duo discussion with somebody. We have yet to find out who that's going to be, but I'm going to do a duo discussion on Pisces Aquarius. Look out for that, because that's going to be a really killer episode. The Gen-X Muse.